Good morning, everyone. Khan here, Como Group. As you know, we talk always business credit and personal credit. Now, today I'm going to show you how to fast track your credit, no matter where it stands, to better credit. Okay, and this method that I share it's a method that I have used and have helped many to use and better their credit. Now, the method is also good for any type of credit. So it doesn't matter whether you have no credit, bad credit, challenge credit, or good credit. And the reason why this is also for good credit, because if you go to my website, I do set a short-term goal and a long-term goal. So if you have good credit, look at my short-term goals, and the short-term goals actually names the number of revolving accounts you want there, installment, and the types of account are a combination of good accounts that can make good credit. And place yourself where you are in your current situation as good credit and see if you're lacking anything there. And then also look at the long-term goal where I'm trying to get everybody to. Okay? Now, I believe if you have bad credit, no credit, or challenge credit, many says, okay, let me repair my credit and then build my credit. Now, that can be a daunting task, because sometimes repairing your credit, depending if you're going to do it yourself or using a credit repair company, that can take time. Now, that is why I believe you should establish and build positive credit and then start working on repairing your credit. What you're actually doing is you're going to start balancing your credit a little bit, where positive accounts will start to outweigh your negatives. Don't necessarily mean that is great, but you're aging your positive credit. And when it comes to credit, everyone thinks of credit score. But if you're trying to get funding or trying to raise capital, history of your existing credit is what's going to impact, what's going to make an impact whether you're going to get approved or not. So always remember, when you're looking for to raise capital or trying to get funding, history in your credit is what's going to be important. So we want to establish that history. Now, the other thing I try to share with you all here is I believe that personal credit should never be used. I believe personal credit should be established, built, aged, and never used, because there are other ways for you to have access to credit that you can use personally. Okay, so what I mean by that is, imagine you have an 830 credit score, you have over 22 revolving lines or credit cards, and you never have to use them. But you will have to use them just to maintain some type of activity, so that they do not close your credit cards down. But what if you register an LLC and you get 150,000 in business credit cards that you can use to do whatever you want? Now remember, if you do that and you have 150,000 in your LLC, no matter if you max out those credit cards, it's never going to affect your personal credit. So that is the way I like to look at the personal credit, that it should only be used for the regular life, as we move forward in life, like a mortgage, auto loans, getting better insurance rates, maybe for some people to get a job, or you want to rent a property. That is what personal credit should be used for, but nothing else. And yes, in rare emergencies where you have no other choice, because if you establish good credit and you form an LLC, remember, you don't have to be in business to be a business. So you can register an LLC, get an EIN number, and you can raise capital that way for your emergency and for your use. Now, everything that you will get on all the funding you would actually get on that LLC will not show on your personal credit. So your personal credit always remains great. But that is just my method of doing things. It's up to you what you want to do. Now, before we get into, remember, I believe when you're building or establishing personal credit, you should build and repair all at the same time. Okay? Now, on my website, I set two goals. We're going to set goals and we're going to work towards those goals. I have a short-term goal and I have a long-term goal. So for those of you who have good credit, look at the short-term goal and see the number of accounts I say you should have, or what type of accounts. And if you fulfill all of them, then look at long-term goal and try to work towards that. Now, I'm just going to discuss short-term goal today because, long-term goal is on my website. Now, the short-term goal in the next 6 months to 12 months, now this is for anybody, whether you have bad credit, challenge credit, or no credit. You will want 11 revolving accounts on your credit. That's credit cards. If you need an auto, you can get an auto loan. And we are going to create a personal loan, and I'll show you that on my website, how to create a personal loan. So we have a good combination of loan types of credit on your credit profile, meaning we have revolving accounts, an auto is an installment account, and a personal loan is an installment account. And for those of you in this time that you're building credit and you were looking to get a mortgage, naturally getting a mortgage on your credit, is another combination of types of credit on your personal credit. Now that we know what our short-term goal is, here is how, if you have no credit and bad credit or challenge credit, here's what you should do. You should go to my website and you're going to see opt-in, opt-out. You want to subscribe to opt-in, opt-out, because what that does is credit card companies, you're authorizing credit card companies to review your credit and send you offers in the mail. Now, if they send you offers in the mail, that means they have looked at your credit and believe that they are ready to approve you. Now, you can use that promotional code or whatever the promotion they send you, apply, and see if you get approved. In most cases, you will. But what that also does is you're getting approved without running up a hard inquiry, because they've already looked at your credit. So what they will do is probably do a soft pull, and that is a way to get some starter credit cards. Remember, we're trying to get 11 revolving lines on your credit, which is 11 credit cards. So you're gonna do opt-in, opt-out, and the next thing I want you to do is to go to my website. I have several startup credit cards. To name some of them are Aspire, First Premier, Credit One Bank, Discover, and Capital One. Now you want to get 5 of them, so apply to 5 of them and see if you're going to get approved. In the end, if they deny you because of bad credit, maybe because of too many inquiries, then if you get whatever you get approved for, take that and wait a month or 2, then try again. But in the end, if you can get 5 of those starter cards, that will be excellent for you. Now once you get those starter cards, then I suggest you start doing credit repair. Now we do offer credit repair, so if you go to my website and you feel you want to look at our system and how we do credit repair, you can join us. So we're going to go back. 1, you're going to do opt-in, opt-out to get offers from credit card companies, or you can go to my website and look for all the starter credit cards. And to name some of them, there are Aspire, First Premier, Credit One Bank, Discover, and Capital One. There are many more, so I have a lot of them on the website. To see, just go and see what you're going to get approved for, okay? Now, another great way to add more revolving accounts or credit cards to your account is for those that have some type of capital. Now, if you happen to have like $5,000 to invest in your credit, you can fast track your credit even better, because this is what I would do. I teach my clients to go take the $5,000, Google around in their neighborhood for credit unions and naturally your major banks. You call them all and see who offers a secured personal credit card. The other thing you want to make sure is these banks, these credit unions and major banks, naturally all the major banks do have a business program, but you want to make sure that your credit unions also offer personal credit cards and business credit cards. So what you are trying to do is do 2 things at the same time. You're going to try to get banks that offers personal secured credit cards, but also offer business credit cards. So in the future, we can go get a business credit card. So we're trying to build relationship and then establish a relationship with that bank. And in the future, when our credit is good, then we're going to go apply for a business credit card. So Again, if you have $5,000, Google around your neighborhood for credit unions and actually major banks. Make sure the credit unions that you are going to go to also offer a business credit card. So they offer both programs, personal and business. And I would go to them and get $500 secured credit card. Now, imagine if you use the $5,000, you went to 10 institutions, now you have 10 revolving lines on your credit. And every month that ages, you are going to be in an amazing position in the future. Now, some of you would say, well, I don't have $5,000. Well, use what you have, okay? If you have 1,000, start out with 2 cards, okay? Now, you can also, because you've established those cards, if you're in an emergency, you can use the money. But if you don't have to use the money, just use it to keep some type of activity on those cards. Okay, they're not going to close you down because it's a secured card, but you want to show some type of activity because it raises your score like 30 points. Now make sure, if for some reason you have to use all the money, that's okay, because in the future you're going to have to find a way to pay them down. Remember, you know, you only want the usage of less than 15%. I know many say 28-30%, but ultimately you're trying to establish credit and you want to get bigger approvals in the future, then try to keep them under 15%. Now, for those of you who say I don't have capital, I'm going to go back to that. If you got $500, do 1. You got the $1,000, you know, do 2. And keep working your way. The faster you get more of them on your credit, it will be better for you. Because remember, you know, the ultimate goal is to get, you know, 11 revolving accounts to be 2 years plus in history. So the faster you get more cards, the faster you get more secure cards, the better it is for your credit. Now, those of you who don't have money, like I said, start with what you have. What's another way is, if you know, when you get paid, if you can delay the usage of $500 from your pay for 7 to 10 days, then I would suggest take $500. It's just a suggestion. You don't have to do this, okay? It's only a suggestion. You take $500 from your pay, get a secure credit card. It takes 7 days for the card to come to you, and you can use it to do your groceries. But you have created an account, okay? So if you can delay the need of your salary for that week, from, you know, for 7 to 10 days, that is a way to use your current situation to create another revolving account, okay? There's another way is, you know, if you're running on a tight budget at your home, then create a side hustle. You know, on our website, we offer ways for you to make money, meaning you can join different programs we have there, which is offering business loans. So get into a little, you know, at-home work where you join one of those programs and start advertising on your regular Facebook, you know, that you offer business loans. And what the client does, once they click on your link, it goes directly to the company. They do all the work, you make money. Okay, so look at the opportunities we have of you being able to make an extra income to be able to invest in your personal credit. Remember, any one of you who can put a little bit of money out into your credit in the first year, you're going to have really good rewards. Okay, because you only do it once. The second year and third year, you don't need to. Remember, those 11 revolving accounts that you have now established on your personal credit, in about 6 months, they are going to become $2,000 limits. They're going to become $5,000 limits and $10,000 limits. Okay, because as those age and you repair your credit, then you can call all of those companies and request another review to where you can get into unsecured and a higher limit. Okay, and you will because your credit will be strong. Now, once you have, like I said, once you have those 11 accounts and really work hard in trying to get them, now you're going to see how fast your whole life will change. Okay, and especially when those negatives starts to fall off, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, and if you're doing it yourself, you're going to be balancing your credit. Again, we offer some things on as a company that can help you, which is credit repair, inquiry removal, authorized user trade lines, but you've got to know when to use those authorized user trade lines. What I would like you all to do is to go to my website, www.businesscreditsuite.com, and look for the tab that says Build Personal Credit and read that page, because it tells you more than what I just told you here today about your revolving accounts and how to approach it all, and the system you should use to get there. They are step by step. Okay, I thank you all. I hope that this will help many of you. Please, if you use this method, it really works. It really works, and it will help you very much in the future. Remember, I try to teach my clients how not to use their personal credit when you establish it. So what happens? Your credit remains excellent, always. And I show you a way how to get credit cards that you can use for yourself personally, and still you will not affect your personal credit. All right? Thank you all. Please watch for my next video. If you like what I shared with you today, please subscribe. Okay? I have a lot more videos coming out, and I will really appreciate it if you help me by subscribing to the channel. Okay? Thank you all. Bye bye.